All right, folks, welcome back. This time you kind of see my face up here in the corner. I just wanted to, I've already had several questions from some of you guys about the ambiguous case problems. So I wanted to do just another real short video about, I'm not going to work anything out specifically like examples, but I'm going to go through a little bit more detail on how to tell when there's one triangle or no triangles or two triangles, okay? So that's kind of all this is going to be. I'm still going to refer you to the main video on the ambiguous case for the actual working them out, but I am going to have some detail as far as process goes in this. Okay. So remember, when we have this ambiguous case, it's called we also call it the SSA case if you have two sides in the non-included angle. Listen, we're still going to use the law of sines, just like we did last week. So that's not changing. You already know how to use that. And the first thing we're going to do is draw a triangle, right? So the SSA case is going to look like this. You're going to be given a whole pair, whether it's angle A and side A or whatever, and then some other side. So you see that's the two sides in the non-included A. Okay, so they're always going to look like that for this ambiguous case. Okay. Now, there's really two cases that we're going to talk about. So the first one that we talk about is if that opposite side is greater than the adjacent side. So the way I have it drawn here, if A is greater than B, listen, you just do the law of sines. You find that angle B first. So, and there's an example of that in that first video where you just do the law of sines as normal and do the inverse sine, do some algebra, but you just find that angle. And then you find that angle C, and that's just subtracting. You just take 180 minus A minus B, and that's your angle C. And then you use the law of sines again, set up the law of sines to find side C. And again, that's exactly what you did even last week on that first assignment on the law of sines. Okay, so that's when A is greater than B. That's what you do, right? So you find that one triangle, you're done once you find those three things, and that's it. Okay. Now, some other things happen if A is less than B. Okay, and there's actually two cases in this one situation. Okay, so if you draw the triangle and that opposite side is less than B, then we have to do something else. We have to do kind of a little test. Okay, we have to find H, which is that perpendicular line from that top angle down to the bottom. So we have to find that. But listen, the way you find that is going to be the same every single time. Okay. So H is just going to be equal to B times sine A. Okay, so whatever that side B is and the angle is, you plug that in, B times sine A, make sure you're using the degree symbol. We talked about that a lot. And then you find out what H is. And then you compare H to A. Okay, that's side A I'm talking about. Okay, so if side A, that opposite side, is less than that number H that you just found, listen, when that happens, there's no triangles. You just write none and you move on to the next question because there's nothing else to do. Okay, but if you find H and A is greater than that, okay, so again, if that opposite side is greater than that H number that you found, now there's two triangles that are possible. So we still have that kind of normal triangle that kind of looks like that. And notice I relabeled these guys here now with ones. But then there's a second triangle that's, I call them skinnier, right? So, and here's your B2, your C2, and your side C2. But guys, super important you realize this. Even though there's two triangles, that thing that we're given, in this case, angle A, side B, these lengths are the same. They don't change. Okay, so we just have to find those two different sets of triangles. Okay, the good news though, the first triangle, you do it exactly the way you've been doing it since last week. Okay, you're still going to find B1 by using the law of sines. Again, do some algebra and stuff like that. C1, you just subtract. and then you find side C1 by doing the law of sines again, just like you did on that one triangle case at the beginning. And again, I go through specific examples using actual numbers in that main ambiguous case video that I posted yesterday. Okay. Now for the second triangle, okay, for that little skinny triangle, there's not much to do because that B2 angle, okay, that kind of big fat angle down there at the bottom, all you have to do is take 180 minus B1, that first angle that you found on the first triangle. So you take 180 minus that, because those two angles are what we call supplementary. Okay, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in that first video also. So that's your B2. For C2, you're going to just subtract, okay? And again, we already know angle A, that was given to us. So it'll be 180 minus A minus B2, and that'll give us that little skinny angle up there up top, okay? And then we do have to use the law of sines one more time to find that little small side, that side C2 down there in the bottom, to finish out the problem. Okay, so I know I didn't use any numbers there. I didn't want to make another 20-minute long video, but use this, hopefully this in conjunction with the main video where I actually do go through like numeric examples of each case. Hopefully this will help you out. I'll also convert this PowerPoint to a PDF so you can kind of go through slide by slide if that will help you, and I'll post that on Classroom as well. Okay. I hope you found this helpful. I miss you guys. Hope you're doing well. If you have some questions, I'll be back in the meet room most of the afternoon today and tomorrow. I'll get stuff like that. Okay. Take care of yourselves. Keep studying.